Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Here's Wood. It's Sarr, high post. Back to Wood. Outside Harden. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
And SGA throws it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Outside Harden. Out to Wood. 4 on the clock. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden.
Wood buries it. A good shooter off the catch.
Outside, SGA. The 17-footer. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Harden surveying the D. Wood outside. To the inside. Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And SGA throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going. That is good offense, unselfish play.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Harden's got space. Money from the wing.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Now SGA. He's got 5. Inside. Out to Oubre. 6 to shoot. Wood grabs the board. Outside Harden. Stolen by Siakam. In transition, here they come. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're running. Deflects the pass. Pass to Harden. Three-pointer, Brooks. The shot misses. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And SGA throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now here's SGA. He has 7. Siakam outside. Pocket 6. Porzingis up top. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Outstanding work from Porzingis that time, creatively sending that one home.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Harden. Pass to Allen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires it. Wood grabs the board.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Sarr. From down in the low post, it goes. Sarr's got 6. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Allen. Here's Harden. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
It's SGA with a drive. Yes, it's good. 9 points in the game.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Porzingis. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Pass to Shannon. Outside for Harden. Wood with the screen. Out to the right wing. Launches a 3. Fires in the triple.
3 points.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. They lead by 2, and we'll get things started.
18.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off from assists, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Harden with it. Wood outside. Just 5 on the clock. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
The teardrop. That shot, no good. Ooh, stolen by Harden. And Harden with the slam.
You see it less often, but make no mistake now, given the opportunity, the beard can still throw it down on your head.
Rozier, left side. Pass to Beasley. Shoots over Harden. Beasley misses.
Great defense. Can't let guys get open looks inside the arc.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Outside Harden. Wood outside. Here's Sarr. Gafford with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. And finished off by Sarr.
Such confidence as a passer. Hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Pass to Gafford. Allen drives. Some solid D from Wood.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Brooks from outside. Porzingis grabs the board. Rozier right side. Outside Oubre. Into the lane. Uses the glass on the layup. Oubre's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And Kelly Oubre Jr. knows exactly when to knife to the basket. Really good decision there.
That one's good for 2.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Got a hand on it.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Well, Clark, every now and then you run into a player like Dillon Brooks, epitomizing that junkyard dog mentality.
Yeah, well said, B.A. I mean, when he's out there on the floor, you're going to feel and see Dillon Brooks. I mean, he's going to mix it up with anybody and everybody. There aren't many guys walking around looking to be as physical as Dillon does. When Rozier is attacking the defense like that, I think it really bodes well for his team.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Outside Harden. They set the pick. Wood right side. The 3-ball. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Wood's got 9 points.
For a big, Wood can really knock it down from out there. He'll stretch the floor any chance he gets.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Harden from outside. Siakam pulls down the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Allen outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Missed inside. To the paint. It's tipped. Ooh, stolen by Allen. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Shot clock at 6. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Porzingis. Siakam outside. Allen a screen. Oubre on the wing. Puts up a 3. Sarr pulls it in. Here's Brooks. Now here's Harden. Down low. Pass to Sarr. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Sarr's got 8 here in this quarter.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
And here's Allen. Porzingis sets a screen. No good with a layup. So we conclude the first half. Up by 6. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Porzingis has got his third basket on the night right there. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Oh, he cocks it back and throws it down. Right on Porzingis.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Wood. Sinks that one from the post. Wood's got 11.
Boy, with a bushel basket full of moves at his disposal, Wood will dominate in the paint if given the opportunity.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Wood with the screen to the inside. Hart misses. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brooks. Here's Siakam. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here they come. Here's Harden. Banked it in off the glass. 9 points in the game.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at.
Clock at 6. Driving inside. And Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Gafford the screen. Pass to Green. Just 4 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
And we've become used to seeing this from Gilgeous-Alexander. One of the most versatile and dominant scoring threats in today's game.
Now Sarr. Wood, right side. Back to Sarr. Pass to Shannon. Here's Harden. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Siakam. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Keegan Murray wants to excel at both ends, and he said, quote, "My defense wasn't where it needed to be, so I got a little faster, a little stronger, tried to figure out how to be physical defensively and be effective. Them trusting me to guard helps the other guys so they can focus more on offense." Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. From deep, SGA. The shot off that time.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
SGA takes it himself. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls, Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Down low. Sarr misses. A clear look for Murray. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Out to Wood. Inside. Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 17. Back to Siakam. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
You know, he could see his squad was losing momentum, losing steam. Smart timeout to let them catch their breath and reset.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Sunmu for three. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 4. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Pritchard. And that's an intentional foul. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
The home team on D. 4-point game. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Going inside. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
Harden is one of the most lethal penetrators in the game and excels at finding lanes to the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good off the glass. SGA's got 9 points here in the second half. On the wing, Harden. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Oubre. Stolen by Harden. There's the triple. Harden missing again. Now SGA. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Siakam. Siakam, return to sender.
Boy, the long arms of Siakam really an asset when it comes to rebound.
And finished off by Sarr.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Wood outside to the paint. Sarr misses. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
The drive by Brooks. Back to Harden. Sarr with it. Pass to Wood. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And finished off by Brooks.
And Brooks known as somebody that provides great energy and hustle, especially when the break is on.
Outside Sarr. Tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play. Well, they're going to the three-point shot to try to expand their lead, but they're not having quite the same success they had in the first half.
Outside Oubre. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Oubre. From about 19. It's tipped. Here's the break. Poke loose. A minute 58 left to the fourth quarter here.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
Hey, had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Sarr screen. Outside Harden. Outside Sarr. Shot clock at 5. Harden outside. Nice! That one's good!
When you really need a score, Harden usually finds a way.
That's good from Harden.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a good play.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
First personal foul.
So the first one drops. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses. Just so reliable at the line. There was never a doubt that those were money.
Wood outside. Sarr down low. Now Harden. Let's loose for 3. Cleared away by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Oubre. Outside Porzingis. Stolen by Sarr. Harden with it. Oubre picks him up. And Harden gets the double team. 27 seconds left in the game. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 14. Porzingis there for the rebound.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
Allen. The triple drops.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. The three is in.
He's a big guy with some serious range, so you have to respect him from out there.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
Obviously, the three would tie it. They have to make one extra pass to get a better shot. I think they might have a chance, just enough time to do that.
Substitution on the court.
Green fires. Oh, missed on the tray. The visiting club takes the win on the road.